So if you'd like to start by finding a comfortable position for yourself in meditation, with your right leg on your left leg, your right hand on your left hand, with the index finger of your right hand touching against the thumb of your left hand, with your hands palm upwards on your lap. Find a position for yourself by which you feel alert and yet relaxed, not leaning too far forward, not too far back, not leaning to the right, nor to the left. Find a position of poise for yourself. Make sure your eyes are only very gently closed. Never squeeze your eyes closed, but close your eyes gently in the same way you would close your eyes to go to sleep. Make sure there is no heaviness on your eyelids. If you notice that your eyes are closed too tightly, or if there is any heaviness on your eyelids, you may need to open your eyes and close them again more gently. Once your body is completely relaxed, you can turn your attention to relaxing the mind. If you like, you may like to think of all the merits which you have done in your past, whether it be the merits of generous deeds for the benefit of society around you, donations to the temple, offering of robes, keeping the precepts purely, even meditation and chanting in your daily life. But if you think about all the merits you performed, in the end it will bring you a feeling of joy and happiness in the mind, as if the merit moves you to the extent that you feel refreshed inside. You should cherish such a feeling of happiness in your mind, just for a few moments, as if all the happiness seems to come from the center of our body. And when we feel relaxed, both in body and in mind, very gently, using no effort at all, we allow our attention to settle and to center to a point in the middle of our stomach, as if in the middle of our stomach was just an empty space. Maintain your mind at the center of the body, observing as continuously as you can for as long as you can. Keep your mind always at the center of whatever arises there, at the center of the bright sphere of light, or at the center of the Buddha image inside yourself, if that's what you prefer, until eventually there are no remaining thoughts in the mind anymore, and the mind can come to what we call a standstill at the center of the body. A standstill means that the mind comes to rest inside the body, without any thinking anymore. Some people think that the mind is nothing without thinking. But in fact, in your meditation you will find out that the mind without thought is much more powerful than the mind caught up in concepts. The mind which is free of all thoughts can start to draw upon consciousness at a deeper level. Consciousness which we call the gut feeling of the mind, consciousness which we call the inner wisdom of the mind. Once we switch on to these things, then it will be like a light within ourselves, which illuminates and literally sheds light on the mysteries of the world around us. Because wherever there is light, there is knowledge. Wherever there is knowledge, no ignorance can creep in. All the other things, whether it is greed, fear, hatred or delusion, no longer have a place to hide themselves. Because once we have understood the reality of the world through inner experience, no one can persuade us to understand the world otherwise. Because we have already seen the nature of the world for ourselves. So now for a few more moments in silence, each their own meditation, cultivating the mind at the center by the means of your bright object, and the sound of the mantra if necessary, until we come to the appropriate time. Today, as we meditate, we're going to look at the important practice of spreading loving kindness. Because according to the Buddhist scriptures of the Anguttara Nikaya's Ekadasaka Nipata, spreading loving kindness has the following 11 benefits. It allows us to sleep in happiness, wake in happiness, gives us freedom from nightmares, makes us endearing to humans and non-humans alike, affords us protection by guardian angels, protects us against fire, poison and weapons, facilitates our attainment in meditation, and gives us a radiant complexion. It protects us from senile dementia, and if at the end of our life we have still not attained enlightenment, we will attain the Brahma world. For loving kindness, it's important always to keep your mind at a standstill at the center of the body, as continuously as you can, for as long as you can, without letting your mind wander anywhere else. If you find your mind is attracted away by the sounds around you, sensations in your body, or thoughts in your head, as soon as you realize, always bring your mind back again to the center of the body and continue as before. Cultivate your mind in this way as continuously as you can, for as long as you can, with or without the mantra, depending on your chosen style. Our mind remains always at the center of the body, at a standstill at the center, whatever inner experience we have attained for ourselves. For some people it will be like a clear, bright sphere of light at the center of the body. For other people, it will be like a clear Buddha image at the center of the body. For others still, it may be like a feeling of warmth or well-being at the center of the body. Whatever sort of inner experience we have attained for ourselves, we place our attention very gently at the center of that experience, at the very center of the inner experience within ourselves, touching gently with the same lightness as a feather floating down to touch on the surface of some water, so lightly that the feather doesn't even break the surface of the water. In the same way, we touch our attention at the center of the inner experience within ourselves. We touch our mind at the center with just the right amount of attention. What you will soon find is that the inner sphere of the mind will gradually expand outwards in size, expanding outwards in size until it is the same size